guys, I'm just going to do a quick comparison on the Lip Sync Pro and Salsa with Randomize, since they're the two kind of competing lip sync Unity assets. And I have both here, so I want to kind of just do, you know, a quick comparison in regards to how easy it is to set it up, and then of course the quality and how it looks and the differences and everything, so, and how long it takes. So yeah, I thought I'd just show you guys. So basically the first thing I'm going to show you is Salsa with Randomize. So I have my character selected here. I'm using the Mixamo. Oops, what did I just press? Okay, so I'm using the Mixamo character that I had created here, and I'm going to be using, okay, so basically you would go over to your inspector, and once you have your character up, I just have the animator controller on her now, and then I have my own little IK script, which that doesn't really matter. So you can ignore that. So you go to Add Component, you would go to Crazy Minnow Studio, and you would click on the Fuse Character Creator, and then you click on the Salsa one-click Fuse Setup, which makes it like literally one click and you're like good to go. So technically I could play my character after I added her audio clip right here. So I'm going to add the audio clip. Okay, so I added the audio clip. I'm not going to change any of the audio settings right now. So technically I could hit play and then just play it. I can actually, just to show you like what it looks like with just the one click, to see like how it looks. Normally the mouth doesn't move as much as I would like, so I'm just going to do a quick example to show you. So let me just, oops. Make sure, okay, so I'm just going to play it so you can see. Did I check on a Playing Awake? Nope, I didn't, so let me try that again. Playing Awake. All right, now I'll show you. So basically what it does is it just recognizes whatever audio is playing on that, on the character, since that's, that it just kind of recognizes that audio source only. Okay, so let's try that again. All right, so now watch.
Hello, I'm your Scarlet. The doctor wanted me to inform you that you're going to have to stay with us for a while till your illness is under control. I'll come back and check on you every couple of hours. Why don't you try and get some rest?
Okay, so that was Salsa with one click without actually tweaking anything. And basically the only thing you can really tweak, let's see, I've never really messed around with this. I think you can change just the percentages, but what's there usually works the best anyway. Where am I going? Okay, so then if I like move this maybe a little bit to the left, and then I usually like to move this one a little bit to the left too, basically makes her mouth open a little bit more. I usually don't mess with these settings, but you could for range of motion. If you want her mouth to open really wide, then you could obviously change that. The other ones you don't really have to mess with, but now since I did tweak these, if you hit play again, you can see maybe a little bit of a difference.
Hello, I'm your Scarlet. The doctor wanted me to inform you that you're going to have to stay with us for a while till your illness is under control. I'll come back and check on you every couple of hours. Why don't you try and get some rest?
Okay, so her mouth opened a little bit wider, as you could see. One thing, her eyes like look up a little bit too much, and it's kind of weird. So I would usually go into the Randomize, the first one, and then I would just, or no, the second one, and I would, let's see, oh, target, no, range of motion, I usually would maybe turn that down a little bit so her eyes aren't looking around too much. I do like how the eyebrows do move around. That's all just random. You can't really customize that. So that's basically, that's it. That's all you would do, and then you're good to go, and your mouth moves. Obviously, it's not, it kind of moves a little bit off than what the audio is. You can't actually customize like when her mouth is moving. It's all based on the actual volume of the audio clip. So that's Salsa. So now you guys can see how it works. And now I'm going to bring up Lip Sync Pro real quick here. Okay, so now I have the same character, and I'm going to add Lip Sync Pro. So it's empty, just has my animator controller and my head IK script in there. So now I go to Add Component. I just type in Lip Sync Pro, click on it. Now it's going to bring up the Lip Sync Pro. Now, of course, there's a little bit extra you have to do with this one. You have to select the blend system, which is easy. I would just choose Blend Shape Blend System. You would drag your character's body mesh into this spot here, and then you would hit Continue. And then I do Use Bone Transform and Account for Animation. And that's it. And then, let's see. I would choose, I'm going to choose my nurse. Okay, so basically it has all the I can't pronounce that word. I'm not even going to try. And the emotions are all in there too. I know they look really goofy right now. Those are old ones. I changed it. That's like the first time I messed around with this, so I was like going overboard. But it gives you a good idea. So kind of ignore the goofy and emotions and whatnot and the over-exaggerated letters here. So basically, audio source. Oh, you have to add an audio source. So then you would go audio source. And then you're going to go back in here. You're going to drag your audio source into there. Like that. And I'm going to go play on awake just so I can show you. And I'm going to uncheck scale audio speed because I don't know what that does. And I'm just not going to have it checked. And then for clip, you're going to find the clip you want. So, well, basically in order to actually set it from like starting fresh, you can't see what I'm doing here, but you would basically go to Window, Rogo Digital, Lip Sync Pro, open the clip editor. So then you'd open the clip editor. Let me actually bring this up here. So I'm going to add screen capture. Oops. Oops. Actually, let me put this there. Is it actually showing up in there? Okay. Well, that's not really what I wanted. Okay, 1 second here. I'm just going to pause this. Okay, so here's what happens when you click on that. It's going to bring up this window here, and then you're going to find your clip. So I'm going to go Scarlet. It's my Dr. Scarlet. And then what you would do is I'm just going to do auto sync, but you can actually go in here and like literally customize every single thing so that it's like perfect. But if you're just kind of in a hurry and you want to go just the auto, you would do start default, and then it would just automatically go through it. And it adds it all for you. And then you would be able to go and do emotion and then set where you want the emotions to go. So I'm just going to randomly throw some in here. She's going to say happy there. And then right here, she's going to be serious. And then maybe right here, she'll be sad. Maybe some confused. We'll make her be sexy in this one. And then back here, we'll say she's going to be mad. Obviously, it's not really going to make much sense, but you're getting the idea. Okay, so then those are all set. That's pretty much it. So now, since I have play and awake set, I actually can just do preview, which I might just do actually because that's all I really need. So I'm going to go up to preview. I'm going to select Nurse Scarlet. And then when I hit play, it's actually going to preview everything. Sometimes it's not 100% accurate on preview mode, but we'll give it a shot. So now this is with basically like almost like one-click setup. When you use Lip Sync Pro, it took a little bit longer, not a huge amount longer, but let's just see how it looks. Now, just keep in mind, I have some over-exaggerated mouth movements and emotions, but at least you'll get the idea. Okay, so here we go.
Hello, I'm Nurse Scarlet. The doctor wanted me to inform you that you're going to have to stay with us for a while till your illness is under control. I'll come back and check on you every couple of hours. Why don't you try and get some rest?
Can you even see that in the... Oh, yeah, you can. Perfect. Let me just move this thing out of the way really quick and try that again. I'll just go like that. Okay, I'm just going to do that one more time.
Hello, I'm Nurse Scarlet. The doctor wanted me to inform you that you're going to have to stay with us for a while till your illness is under control. I'll come back and check on you every couple of hours. Why don't you try and get some rest?
Okay. One thing I did forget to do actually, and that looks kind of weird, you probably couldn't even tell, but when you go into your character, you can, add some more meshes. So I'm actually going to add 2 because I need to put her eyelashes in there. Otherwise her eyelashes don't move when her eyes like squint. So then it looks really goofy. So let me just go ahead and put her eyelash. Oh, is it just one? Oh, I think it's just the one. So there, I added her eyelashes. Now let's see if it makes a difference here.
Hello, I'm Nurse Scarlet. The doctor wanted me to inform you that you're going to have to stay with us for a while till your illness is under control.
There we go.
I'll come back and check on you every couple of hours. Why don't you try and get some rest?
Okay. It did help a lot. So so that was basically just one click, and then you could further go into there and you can literally customize. So like,
Hello.
So every time you,
Hello.
And then you can see, well,
Hello.
that's an O. Let's see what it actually put there, because sometimes it doesn't catch it. I put an L. That would be an O, so if I change this to O.
Hello.
It did get that right, but this can probably be deleted.
Hello.
L, is this an L? Okay.
Hello.
That looks better, so.
Hello.
So yeah, anyway, it's kind of showing that you can literally go in and if you can see, you can, I know it sounds really annoying. You basically can click on it and figure, oh, well, that's an L or an O, or if it's just one of the C, D, G, K, N, R, whatever, and then you would just do that, and you can literally customize it really well. Like right here doesn't even need a letter because she's not saying anything, so you would just delete that, and then it makes it look more. Put an I there for makes it automatic. Sometimes if it's a really long clip, or if there's like an accent, or it's really kind of lispy, then it doesn't really, this auto sync does not work much really at all. I did have a character with an accent, and I literally had to go through the entire clip and add my own, which was actually fun. I don't know, I enjoyed it. It did take a little bit of time, but that's one thing with Lip Sync Pro, but it's so customizable, especially with the emotions. So like if you go into the emotions and she's saying something that's happy, well then obviously she'd look happy. If she's saying something serious, well then she'd be serious and whatnot. All right, so that's that, and you can see the difference. I mean, that's pretty much, I can do side by side here, if I can try to get that set up. Okay, so I got two side by side, and it's the exact same audio clip, and it's the exact same, basically one click. It's not really one click when it comes to lip sync, but it's basically the same. So it's the most, I'm tired still, I can't talk, you know, setting it up without really doing any customizing on any of them. So let me go ahead and just hit play, and then you'll probably be able to tell which one's which. So let me hit play, and you can see.
Hello, I'm Nurse Scarlett. The doctor wanted me to inform you that you're going to have to stay with us for a while till your illness is under control. I'll come back and check on you every couple of hours. Why don't you try and get some rest?
Okay, so that was that, and then also one thing that I didn't put on there, which I completely didn't even think about, was the eye controller. Okay, so now you've seen the random, it's also with Randomize, that's all on there. There's nothing else you can do with the eyes, but with Lip Sync Pro, I'm going to quickly just add it quick. So you would just go into your add component, eye controller, and then you would select the blend system. Everything's already on there. You would check the blinking. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but you would check blinking, random looking, and then you could do look at target, which you would then drag your camera in there. So I'm going to drag my camera in there real quick. Okay, so now you can see what happens when you add the eye controller to the character.
Hello, I'm Nurse Scarlett. The doctor wanted me to inform you that you're going to have to stay with us for a while till your illness is under control. I'll come back and check on you every couple of hours. Why don't you try to get some rest?
Oh, she is blinking. Okay. She wasn't really looking around much. Random looking. Directional gap. I don't know, maybe I gotta change that around a little bit. See what that does.
Hello, I'm Nurse Scarlett. The doctor wanted me to inform you that you're going to have to stay with us for a while till your illness is under control.
I haven't played around with eye controller very much, but anyway, that basically made it so she blinks. All right, well that's it. I did the. This is basically just setting it up. There's obviously way more you can get into when it comes to Lip Sync Pro with Randomize, Salsa with Randomize. That's pretty much it. But then with Lip Sync Pro, I mean, you can add the gestures. I was pronouncing it wrong before. I feel really stupid. Gestures. So then basically when they say a certain phrase, it basically can trigger an animation, which is awesome. That's, for me, I mean, no scripting involved. You can just do it all, which there's a video for that I had made before. But there's so much customizing that you can do different, facial expressions. You can go through and add as many as you want, and then go through all the blend shapes and change them around. That's another video I made before as well. But this gives you an idea on the differences between the two. Personally, Salsa with Randomize is amazingly fast. If you want to just throw something together really fast and not even really mess around, you can just add the component and you're like good to go. If you're using Fuse, of course. Otherwise, if you're going more for really real, like more realistic, with like an NPC that you're going to be talking to and the character is going to be right up close, then I would choose Lip Sync Pro just because it is a little bit more accurate and it has the different, you know, facial expressions. Plus, it's not just the mouth kind of moving up and down, and a little bit of maybe an eyebrow moving up and down. It does get a lot more, I don't know, immersive, I guess. But I mean, it can take a little bit of time, especially when you have to customize the audio clip if it has an accent or if the quality isn't very good, or if there's a lot of lisping and it's not very clear. Like this clip was pretty clear with the words, but other clips that you have may not be. So then you really have to go in there and literally add everything yourself, which I find to be fun, but it is time consuming. So that's, and then of course making your emotions I think is extremely fun, like creating all your own emotions and everything, and then customizing the phonemic. I'm not even going to say that word for some reason. I'm not even going to attempt to. Anyway, you can create all, like, customize. It's really fun and custom, and you can make it look pretty much exactly how you want it to look. So that's really fun. It's time consuming though, but it's fun. So I mean, it really depends. And plus, Salsa with Randomize, I don't actually have the plugin for that, but there's real time, so you can actually talk into the microphone and then the mouth will move. I don't know how that works, and if it works like in play, like if you're actually playing the game and then you have the microphone hooked up, like multiplayer games, I don't know how that works. You can look into it more, which would be awesome, and that'd be super fun, extremely immersive. Lip Sync Pro, on the other hand, I don't think it has that capability because it actually analyzes the audio clip first and sets it all up. So there's really no way to do that in real time, as far as I know. That's something you could also do some research on. But anyway, this was just a quick, you know, comparison. I mean, I'm not going to say one's better than the other because it really depends on what you're going for. They're both really awesome assets, and they're about the same price. And I did buy Salsa first, but I was looking for something that was a little bit more accurate, just because this is for virtual reality, so I'm really trying to get that immersion going. So when you're standing right in front of the character, I really want it to look, you know, just more accurate. But it worked fine. You know, when I used Salsa before, it worked fine. I liked it, and I thought it was really awesome too when I first got it. I was completely impressed. So yeah, that's it. And if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, you guys have a nice rest of your weekend. So I can turn this off now.